Hodl, 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 save, 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 build a ugly old goat here. Sound for sound money. Hey, it is August 27th, 2024. We don't have a camera today, guys, so you don't get to see my ugly face, which is great. So we're just going to focus on the markets a little bit. There was a couple of interesting articles that I wanted to go through. Again, my view of the market is unchanged. I think we're bottoming out in here in the next couple of weeks. The August-September period is a great time to be buying. But here's an article that from Bitcoin.com news, and it's Bitcoin's rough September price history raises questions for 2024. And it does have go through and outline the problems that we've had in September. Over the past 11 years, it has ended up downward 72% of the time. Okay, so wherever we close out here this month, we may not take off during the month. This coming, I think August and September are both great times to be buying, and that is confirmed by this seasonal pattern that I keep pointing out, that you see this October-September period is the time you want to be accumulating Bitcoin. So this, I think, is a very interesting article. It's well founded, and this is the kind of analysis that I like, and it's kind of an analysis that we do here. Now, here's another one that I think is, I didn't catch this, and I don't know how I missed it, but here is an article in Cointelegraph that just came out, and it shows a 3-year chart pattern nears a breakout point, and he expects a 312% ROI this year. Well, I mean, that's a pretty bold prediction, where he's saying the market could go, he's looking at as high as, I think, 240,000 or anyway, quite a big move. And he's looking at this here, and we're going to look at it at TradingView. But he's right. This is a huge head and shoulders, and this is in conjunction with the gold head and shoulders that I pointed out here for the last few years. And the difference, of course, is gold is already in new all-time highs, and Bitcoin is not. But Bitcoin has this handle coming up, and again, if it breaks out, he's looking for a substantial move. Let's see. I can't find the price. I think they were saying 240,000. I mean, making predictions of this kind is kind of superfluous, but the pattern is correct, and there is really no limit. That's why when you go into the bull market, you don't want to use targets. Targets are fine if you're going to trim or lighten up your position, but you have to keep a position on. Okay, so he's looking at a price target of above $260,000, which would be an incredible move. But I see what he's saying, and it's very possible. The fundamentals are certainly here. We are in a record debt cycle for the United States. We've got a dollar that is, totally fiat and created. We're spending like drunken sailors. We also have the working, the baby boomers are be coming into the greatest pressure that they have ever put on the economy for Social Security, which should just be eliminated along with every other government program. And then they're looking at this where it really kicks in as we go up to 70,000. You've got $7 billion worth of shorts. Again, a pretty good article, and we're going to look at this on TradingView right now so you can see what they're talking about. This is the Bitcoin market. We're down a little bit today after taking out the 2-week high. Again, I'm bullish. We took out this 2-week high at 62,745. We're below that. Hang on, 62,745, and where are we at now? We are at 61. 940. So we're a little bit below that now. So I think anywhere in here is a very reasonable buy. And you put a stop down here below the 2-week low, which is about 56,000. So I am very bullish. But here's what he's looking at. Let's look at the weekly, and this is what he's looking at. He's looking at this cup handle that now, this cup started in November of 2021 when we reached that secondary peak at 66,000, and we formed this huge cup. And then we got everybody bullish again. We're going to go to 200,000. And of course, it didn't happen. Instead, we have this long handle. Now, the question is, how long does this handle go? And what they're looking at is if this handle, once you take this handle out, you're going to go up as far as this cup, which he's estimating, will be over 240,000. Now, you've got a very similar pattern, longer term pattern in gold. Now, if you look at gold, while Bitcoin, this is a continuing pattern, while Bitcoin declines, gold is going up. Guys, this is not something you want to be ignoring. Now, I don't like this formation. You have a green 9 and a 1, 2, 3. Gold might be in a little trouble here, but I'm very super bullish on gold. Again, we're contesting these highs. Someday we'll probably just gap through it and start going up for some unknown reason. I think it'll go through 3, 4, 5,000 like a knife through butter. I think gold has a long way to go up. I don't know why. My suspicion is that eventually the governments will need to resurrect the gold standard if they want to have any credibility in their money at all. So that is what I'm looking at. So here's the same. If you go back here and look at this cup and handle, this has been going on for years. This cup and handle, you have this thing that went on for a decade, and then you have a cup that's been running for 4 years, and now you're in new contract highs. So there is really no ceiling on how high the gold market can go. And if the gold market takes off, Bitcoin's not going to be far behind. Let's go look at the Standard & Poor's. This is, again, the stock market surprised me. Again, we're pushing new highs in here. I'm more doubtful of this move than any of them. But, you don't want to fight the trend. Right now, the stock market's definitely up. But I'm sure there's going to be some selling in here, guessing that we're making a double top. All right. So let's see what else. Anything else? Oh, we can look at the Merck. Again, this is an anomaly where you have the Chicago Mercantile Exchange that trades traditionally compared to the world Bitcoin market, which is open 24/7. And we have completely filled these gaps in here. We're getting a sell-off, but I have to think that this period in here and this next month is a time you want to be accumulating Bitcoin. Let's go look at, okay, that's another seasonal. Let's see. And here is your funding or basis rate, and it's going down. When you see this thing going down, that's a little bit bullish, but the funding is still very favorable for the bears. And the wise miners, they use the market to hedge, and actually wise hodlers do too. You need to, you have to look at your total financial situation, and there are times that you want to hedge at least a portion of your Bitcoin, and you can actually increase your holdings by doing so. So, in fact, I actually wrote an article on that. Maybe I can look that up. But anyway, I thought this was a very good article. I think I kind of missed it. I mean, as soon as he mentioned it, I said, "Oh, he's right. That is a cup and handle, and there it is." And this is the pattern that you're looking for. And again, the pattern is matching in a shorter run with Bitcoin and gold, and I do think that those two markets will be running in tandem to some degree. With gold actually outperforming Bitcoin for some unknown, well, I don't think it's an unknown reason. I think that gold will be a government solution to restore sound money better than Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is for the individual. It's for to transcend national borders, and gold is this physical thing that has borders and should be used within borders. So we'll see if all this comes to pass, but I thought these are articles, they just happen to be very much in line with what I teach. All right. Guys, if you like this, we're on at 1 o'clock every day. I come on sometimes just for a few minutes and sometimes for a longer period. If you want to support my work, we can just go to the website here. Oops, and there it is. This is the you can just purchase my equity start kit here, get my 2 books, get a jade wallet, a hat. We don't give you the cup, but we'll give you a hat or a t-shirt, and you get all these books, my 2 books, the Bitcoin Standard, the little Bitcoin book, and we get a comic book on there too. At any rate, sign up, and you'll also then be able to be a part of my what do they call that, a guild on BitMEX, and you can see all my trades. I do publish everything that I do. All right, so that's it for now, and we'll see you tomorrow. Keep buying that Bitcoin. It's never too late for Bitcoin. This is the latest update, guys. If you're late in Bitcoin and you just started buying a few years ago at the peak, you're well ahead of the game. The market is this was as of August 15th. Of course, the market's higher now than it was then. It's several $1,000s higher, but your average price is $31,000. And I mean, your average price, yeah, is $31,000. I'm sorry, not your average price, but your average price is $31,000. So you're well ahead of the game. You spent you spent $17,500, and you nearly doubled your equity so far, and that's going to continue. Bitcoin is for hodling and for saving. Do your business in your national currency. Do your business in the most tradable money, which is the local currency where you live. I'm in Mexico. It's the Mexican peso. If you're in the U.S., it's the U.S. dollar. And then hodl your Bitcoin. That's why we call it hodl, save, and build with sound money. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have our camera up. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.